Hardcore conditions here. Back on the Woolpack, Lake 7. This is 4th, 5th of January. I did have a social here last week, but treated it like a social. No blogging, no book writing. Came over here with my mate Sam that does my website and my YouTube. Done about 32 hours, 34 hours. We didn't have nothing, but one of the real gems come out. My mate cut the swims up. Mark, he had the long common out at £35, 12 ounces. This wind has been so savage. I mean, it started at 3 AM. I have seen one right over there in that black water. I fuzzed a couple of rods over there. Oh well, Happy New Year. Like I said, I see one this morning in like savage winds. Fuzzed a couple of fluoro chods over there. One was on a white one, soaking in some salt, rock salt, and the other one was one of them bookerberry from Sticky Baits. So we'll see what happens. Nothing, you know, nothing's happened yet. It was mild. It's definitely turned cold again. I mean, we just had them massive winds just blow up, swinging round to a northwesterly from a southwesterly. We got like hailstones sitting all over the floor. I thought I better start blogging again. On Facebook I'm getting asked, when are you doing some more, when are you doing some more? But like I said, you've got to be patient, because you know, you might like watching all this, but this takes time, and my time is like precious to me at the moment, because I've got till about, well, July at the latest to finish writing this book, you know, and while it's winter time I can get more done. And at the end of the day, you've had a lot of free stuff out of me already, so I want a bit of free time for myself, really. So you know what I'm trying to say to you. I mean, Waveney seemed to be just, I don't know what was the matter with it. It's the worst winter I've ever had on Waveney. It just seemed to be dead. I've sort of thought about things, and I think it's because the water temperatures are still up. I think we're basically still like 4 to 6 weeks behind, you know. We're in January, but I think we're in the end of like November time, what they'd normally be hitting. I mean, it just seems to be dead everywhere. There's been a few better ones out since this new mild spell, because we had sort of 2 weeks of cold leading up just before Christmas, so things are turning, sort of like starting to happen. But I just can't focus on my fishing too much, because I've got to be writing as much as I possibly can, because I don't want to be doing like hardcore writing when, for instance, May's here, you know, and I have a 5 to 6 week break. You know, I want to be using that time as much as I possibly can, sort of like hunting a chunk down, or some chunks down. So you're just gonna have to bear with me, you know. I finished the Woolpack chapter. I mean, what you got to remember is, up until about sort of, I don't know, 5, 7 years, well, it's only recently in the last few years that I could like string a few words together. So if I go 7, 8 years ago, I couldn't properly read, let alone write. So somehow I've taught myself to do it. Seems to be coming out all right. Like I said, the Woolpack chapter, that took me a month to write. That there's a lot of captures involved there, and you know, a lot of information. That was before it went to the proofreader, editing and that, right? Yeah, that was 26,953 words. So you can imagine, yeah, you might see me writing blogs on my site, but you know, only recently I could do this. So I suppose, you know, I should sit there and be proud of things, really. Sort of taught myself how to read and write again. read and write for the first time. But it's not properly, trust me. But you know, it's a lot better than what I could do before, because like the first book, right, yeah, okay, there was a few like knockers out there saying I taped it, but at that time in my life I had a hell of a lot of grief going on. I lost my best mate, Marky Mark. That was like the day before New Year's Eve. He drowned 7 years ago. You know, it's a horrible time for me. Don't celebrate New Year at all. It's just, I sat on Facebook playing trance tunes and a few tears in my eyes and had a few drinks. You know what I mean? Like, remembering memories and stuff like that. Yeah. Anyway, it still gets me now, but you know, I'm back on the Woolpack. Thought if I'm going to blank, I might as well blank in style, and if I catch one, it's going to be a nice one, you know what I mean? What I mean, you know, there's stunners in here, Cambridgeshire carp, especially round Fen, Woolpack sort of zone, and known for like their scaly sort of properties. And I've already had like 430s out of here since November, so you know, things are going on. And I think I've only done, oh, there's that tune again. I'll have to get a new one. I'll have to, you know, get a new one, and just being here, you know, I love it. I can write so much better as well. You know, people say, why don't you write when you're at home? It's like, well, yeah, but you've got kids running around, you've got everyday things, and plus I just can't get the buzz. But when I'm sitting down the lake, it just sort of, it's just like flooding into my head. I've just started the Fendrating chapter. I mean, it's not going to be as big as that because it's, you know, I hadn't been there for a few years because of Marky's death. You know, well, I hadn't fished there for a few years because of Marky's death. Too many memories, and then I just decided to go down there because one of the big girls had like sort of like gone 45, so thought it was about time I headed back. So anyway, I can't keep talking about that, otherwise I'm going to give it away all what I'm writing about in the book. But yeah, you know, it's just great. It's just great being out again, hardcore, you know. And it ain't blooming. It's not like cold as such. Yeah, it's a bit chilly now, but the last sort of what 10 days, we've been having like 10, 11 degrees in the day and at night. I mean, like down south, I remember Sean Everett taking 13 degrees. I mean, what the hell's going on? That's like late December. I mean, got 2 rods out on the zones, so I've got a chance, and I couldn't wish to be writing in better surroundings. So hopefully over the next few trips I might be able to show you some bits. I mean, on Facebook, one of the biggest things I get, 2 questions I keep getting asked is, got any tips? You know, that proper fries my brain. And the other one is, why do you have your rod tips high? Well, I have finally YouTubed that. I did that prior to Christmas down at Waveney, so Sam will edit all that up as this. Like I say, it's going to be, the YouTube thing's going to be a hell of a lot slower. Maybe I'll just try and think about a few things and then do it and then get on with my writing, but I just can't waste serious time doing this anymore, so you're going to have to like bear with me. I had a good idea, like while I was on Facebook, some nights, Friday or Saturday nights, I was playing a load of like trance tunes. I love it, and like all the boys were like loving it as well. And then like they said, well, why don't you do a slideshow? And one of my mates, Funky Toast in Lowestoft, he's a DJ. So like we had a few words, right? Yeah, we're setting up this event. So if you want to go on my website, which is www.jimshelleyuncut.co.uk, or go on my Facebook, the event is posted on there, right? Yeah, and come over. There's going to be 250 seats, no, 200 seats, and there's room for 50 standing. The slideshow will be for about 2.5 hours. It's going to be on new stuff. I'm going to run it straight off the laptop as well, so I'm going to get, it's all going to be up to sort of up to date. If you're lucky and I'm in the right frame of mind, I might even show or throw a picture of the Black Mirror in it right at the end, so you'll get like a little look a year, well, 8-9 months before the book's out. I've just got to go and have a look at the venue, but it seems to be the one we want. There's going to be accommodation, there's some rooms there, they're rather expensive, but we'll find out where there's cheaper rooms close by. The bar's open till 2 AM, so we're not going to have no, can I use the word, right, yeah, no wankers, nothing like this, right, yeah. It's going to be a night out to have a bit of carpy talk and a bit of tunes, right, yeah, and a few beers, right, yeah, before March. So it's going to be around about February the 26th. So it's like, it'll get you all buzzed up, me talking about carp fishing before you actually, a lot of you are going to get out there. So you can't pay on the door. It's all like pre-bookings, you've got to like send a cheque, cash. So like I said, no good turning up on the door because it'll be no way. Anyway, I've got to get back on because I've got about maybe 40-50 minutes of light left, and I want to get another couple of 300 words written down. I'm seeing words now. Then I'm going to have a nice glass of red wine. Anyway, enough of me keep waffling on. I'm only doing it just to like I'm only doing this just so it's longer. Anyway, I've got to go. Enough of the piss taking. Happy New Year. Bye. Bye.